Hey there, Holotable hackers. I wanted to give some predictions. I'm going to go on record as saying I think is coming, but also explain what a Holotable hack is not. Welcome back to the Holotable Maintenance Bay. I'm Maleran Blivet. If you haven't already lit up that subscribe button, please do. And if you're feeling generous, feel free to throw that intergalactic symbol of encouragement, that thumbs up button. That would be wizard. How exciting, we have the marquee. That is the Playa marquee. I am not stuttering. Very exciting. And additionally, this is not exactly a prediction, but I find it interesting that in-game we have the TIE Avenger. And not only do we have the TIE Avenger, but it is up close and personal. I mean, that is fully detailed. That's looking really, really nice. We're right up close to it. That means we already have this 3D model in the game. Now, does that mean we're going to be getting this ship? I think that would be awesome if we do. But I just think it's interesting that the 3D model for the TIE Avenger prototype is already in game. I would love to get that ship. That would be awesome. That's not necessarily a prediction. We'll have to wait and see. And here it is again from another angle. Looking sweet. Love to get that ship. That would be so cool. Well, seeing as we've done a few Holotable hacks now and hacked some different characters into the game, first of all, I wanted to mention, before getting to predictions for what is actually coming to the game, mentioning that a Holotable hack is not really a prediction. It's more just for fun. I'm guessing some of these characters from the Holotable hacks will never actually make it in-game. Thankfully, there's constantly new Star Wars content being brought out in the media, and therefore those new characters make perfect sense to add to the game. Whereas, frankly, some of the glup shittos that myself or others are real fans of, probably not going to get to the game anytime soon. I mean, with some of the recent ones, when we think about who are hacking into the Holotables, sometimes I think, what era would this character even be in? And it's like, sometimes I think the glup shitto era, but some feel we already had that. I mean, some would say the Pirates was kind of that, right? Quiggled. Anyway, but again, Holotable hacks are not predictions. They're just, wouldn't it be fun if? They're thought experiments. Sometimes it'll be a character that I really think would be truly relevant to the game. It would be a fan favorite. People would go berserk for it. And in talking about the team mechanics and different buffs that they would use and that sort of thing, sometimes a Holotable hack, I think, is going to be a really, really good idea for the game. And sometimes it's just going to be a fun what if. I would really love to see my favorite background character in the game. But even so, with those Holotable hacks, I am going to start showing this, not really a scorecard, because again, these are not predictions. I will share a prediction later in this video, but the Holotable hacks are not predictions, but still it will be fun to track how many Holotable hacks actually made it to the game. Right now, we're 0 for 2, as you can see. But that's okay. Let's see if any of these Holotable hacks ever make it into the game. If one of them does, I'll be thrilled. And let's face it, each of us has those few particular characters that if they actually were introduced into the game, we would go wild for it. Maybe even wail because we're just so excited. One of the really popular characters that's always on the list of who should come to the game, Satele Shan, and now she is in the game. How cool is that? So the developers definitely listen to the fans as far as what should be in the game. But again, Holotable hacks are not predictions. Speaking of predictions though, Nooch Too Good recently made a prediction, and I think he's onto something. By the way, if you have not seen Nooch's account, Nooch Too Good, definitely go and follow him. He's a great content creator. But he mentioned that with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out, they're probably going to want to capitalize on that and make a new Journey Guide character, if not a galactic legend. And I think he's absolutely right. I mean, he is front and center on the new load screen. That's got to say something. So I think he's right. I think that's definitely coming after the movie comes out sometime to capitalize on that and get people interested in the game. that were interested in that movie. But somebody else that I think that is coming, that is a fan favorite, and I'm going to go on record here that this is a prediction of mine, is Luke Skywalker as Red 5. Now, why do I say that's coming? Well, first of all, you'll hear why I think that would be really cool. And before I say sort of when and why, Luke Skywalker as Red 5 is probably the most requested character. Of course, we would want his ship as well. It's the ship that blew up the Death Star. It's such an iconic moment, and yet, after 10 years of playing the game, we still can't get either that character or that ship, which seems strange. Obviously, this is Biggs, but Biggs and Wedge are really cool characters, but they're not really useful so much in the meta. But how cool would it be to expand this squad and have Luke Skywalker as Red 5 to join those two characters, and maybe some additional ones as well, into a new usable squad and bring them back into the meta? I think that would be a great idea. I think fans would go berserk. 10-year anniversary, we still don't have it. Now it's 2026. Why do we still not have it? I don't think we're going to get that in 2026. However, and I'll go on record, I think we're going to get Luke Skywalker as Red 5 in 2027. That will be the 50th year anniversary of A New Hope. Literally the 50th year anniversary of when Luke originally blew up the Death Star. We know that CG likes their anniversaries, and I think that would be perfect. I do think that would be meta-changing. And I know people would go berserk for it and probably wail pretty hard for that new character and that new ship. It would be a great addition to a fleet as well. The other reason I think that is interesting is we have several characters that have multiple versions of themselves already. We've got 5 Lukes already. We've got all hands on deck as well. We've got 5 different versions of Han Solo. And from a certain point of view, we have 5 different versions of Anakin. Some would say that Anakin perished when Vader came around, but that's from a certain point of view. But really, at least in my headcanon, these are different stages of Anakin, from a Jedi Knight to a general, to falling to the dark side and becoming Lord Vader. But there is even a character that we already have 6 versions of. Because if we get another Luke, that's going to mean we have 6 different versions of Luke in the game. Now, is that totally far-fetched? Definitely not, because that would not even sort of break a new threshold. We already have a version of a character 6 times in the game. And of course, I'm talking about Chewbacca. Here we have 6 different versions of the same character now that we have Yoda and Chewie in the game. That is the 6th iteration of Chewie. So getting a 6th version of Luke is certainly not far-fetched. It's 6 versions of a character has already been done. So I really think that is going to be coming on the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. But how about you? Do you have any predictions of something you really think is on the horizon? Let me know in the transmission section below. We'd love to hear your ideas. Maybe you're like little Annie and can see things before they happen.
You can see things before they happen.
But I'm not force sensitive, so I'm just taking a shot in the dark. But thanks again for stopping into the Holotable Maintenance Bay. Keep those holotables humming, and may the force be...
Come in, Maleran. I need you to run over to Tashi Station and pick up a few power converters.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I gotta get back to work.